How you doing, guys? Professor EDC with another BLADE-OSOPHY Sunday, and man, what a horrible Sunday! What a difficult Sunday! So many things happening, so many negative things happening around, and just so many things come to mind, and I really don't want to get into anything specific, and at the same time I want to address what I'm seeing, so I'm going to address generals that I have experienced, generals that I believe require a lot of thinking and a lot of contemplation, but that's something we have also forgotten how to do. And so let me begin by a statement, open up with this statement that we live in a society of disposable, in a culture of the disposable dishes, the disposable clothing, disposable phones, disposable technology, disposable knives, disposable values and principles. Even people and feelings are disposable. This is something we have created and allowed others to misguide us. But it's not the others' fault. It's our own responsibility. Nothing is black or white. Nothing. There's no this person is absolutely bad or this other absolutely good. Things are not just black or white. There are literally hundreds of different tones of even gray, let alone mix in the rest of the colors. I think we should search and strive for truth, yes. For honesty, yes. Trustworthiness, yes. Loyalty, yes. But also understanding. But in an adequate, appropriate way, not in grotesque and vulgar ways. We should search and strive for the better parts of us, not for the worst ones. We should, I think, really stop and think about, take a good look, a good harsh look at our own lives. Not anyone else's, just our own. And really investigate, really think about what's going on within ourselves. What do I want in life? What do I want in this reality? What do I want in this community? And how I want things to go about. I'm part of the community, but who died and made anyone king? King of truth, king of honesty, king of nothingness. But makes anyone think that can judge others? when we don't really know what's going on in our own lives, let alone in other people's lives. It's easy to judge, isn't it? But I remember, it comes to mind a very, very wise phrase that someone rather intelligent said long time ago. And like him, there are many others. There are many other wise, really wise men, really preachers, not fakes, but rather preachers. And the phrase says something like, "He that is without sin among you, let him cast the first stone." There are always people throwing stones, and some even dare say they are preaching. Really? You have no idea what preaching is. Make up your own minds. Have your own opinions, not someone else's, your own. But arrive to those opinions through information, gathering information, thinking about that, thinking how that connects with your own principles and morality, or do you have none? If that is so, well, maybe it's about time you start thinking about creating principles, values, morality. It's so easy to jump into a bully wagon. But bullies end up in bad places. That's my experience. And we know this. We know that. We've seen it 1,000 times. Man, if it's not one thing, it's another. If it's not the people, it's oil. Why don't we chill out? Why don't we calm down and think about things? You know, when I was younger, when I was a teenager, I still lived in an age, in a time where there was a certain etiquette, certain rules of respect, certain codes of respect and honor, codes of behavior amongst men. And if we're about to get into a fight, back then, I got into a couple of pretty big, pretty tough fights, and but it was between two people, and nobody would jump in to bully another. Again, if we have a difference, then we should fix it between the two people that have that difference. I believe that's how fights used to be back then. And if somebody else jumped in, then it was understood that anyone else could jump in to counter-attack the new attacker, let's say, or the new fighter, as to not being 2 against 1, but rather 2 against 2. But we had those codes, we had the code of not going out with your friend's ex-girlfriend. That was a code amongst men. And every day nowadays, I see these codes disappearing. And I see man in a sorry state. So, where do we go from here? What do we do? We have great examples from different traditions. Choose the one you like and follow it. But in the meantime, I cannot forget gratitude. I cannot forget loyalty. And I'm not about to excuse any wrongdoings, but I am trying to understand. And any wrong must be corrected, but in a decent, civilized way. Haven't we learned anything from the penitentiary system? Someone does a wrong thing, we kick them out of the community, incarcerate them for a period of time, and then we want to incorporate them and lead a normal life. That's BS, that we've seen it doesn't work. And that's an extreme example. Yeah, we gotta think about things. Yeah, things have to clear up. And like I mentioned, any wrong must be made right. But let's not forget as well backgrounds. Nobody's intrinsically wrong. Nobody's intrinsically evil. Even less when we talk about, for example, people who have helped the community, firemen, policemen, veterans. I really respect those people, as I respect anyone else. But for those people who have really helped a community, not just talk about things and bark a lot. We have brains. We can evolve, and yet we are deciding to stay at the same level of consciousness, at the same level of intelligence, if you can call that intelligence. There's more to us than that. We can well go beyond ourselves. It's so sad to see things crumble down like that, when we should be building or putting construction blocks in our community, not taking them out, fixing a wall that is broken, integrating the past and the present and what is to come, helping each other out. Let's not crucify anyone. Haven't we learned anything from that and from many other examples? A disposable society, a disposable culture is where we live in. This is not only said by me, but by really great, intelligent, wise people. I just inform myself. I just like reading and learning. I try not to live in that way. I try to go beyond black or white. Try to understand. If something is wrong, it can be fixed. If it can't be fixed, then something can be done. Something in a manner of not hurting anyone else. That's the least we want. prices go up, if someone is doing someone else wrong, if there are big bullies, oil companies, or what you might call it, yeah, just taking advantage of the community. Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. But let's talk about it like people do, like gentlemen do, like real men do. I've seen enough violence in my lifetime. I've seen many people like that go down in gunfights, literally. And you may say a whole lot of things and have big talk, but in the end of the day, you know, we all come from different backgrounds. We all have seen different things, and to boast our own experience over other people's, or just, I don't know. It's confusing. And haven't we had enough? I mean, COVID, economy, unemployment, insecurity, sickness, death, inflation. Don't we have enough? And yet we bring another factor or two other factors in the matter. I've had enough. And I'm gonna let things sort out by themselves, and by what I believe are two gentlemen who are at the nucleus of this. No others but the original people who should fix this as men do, as gentlemen do, with honor, with a code, with decency, another word we have forgotten. I'm gonna keep on buying whatever whatever oil I use for my knives. That's for sure. And until I find out if I need to change my buying behavior or my brand of choice, then I'll do so. But I'll do so without telling anyone else. You'll just see me, you know, if someone asks, hey, professor, what oil do you use for your knives? Well, I use this one. Period. Why don't you use this other one? Well, because of this. Once I know for sure, I make up my mind, I think and go through that process to make my own mind, to make up my own mind, and arrive at my own opinion, and arrive at my own decisions, and not allowing others to make decisions for me. You know, I'm not part of the herd. I don't want to be part of a herd. It doesn't matter if I end up alone. It doesn't matter. So people, let's chill. Let's cool down. Let's analyze things. Let's make use of our intelligence and many other tools that are at our disposal. Understanding, compassion, a sense of community, a wider sense of community. Let's integrate not disintegrate. It's really sad for me to see all this fire, or like MC calls it, this dumpster fire. It's really sad. And the thing is, and it's even more difficult because I follow these three people, and about the oil, I follow him as well. But, well, we will have disagreements on how we go about things, right? And that's okay. But let's just do it in a civilized manner, in a civilized way, in a civilized manner. That's what I meant. And let's stop with all of this violence, with all of this aggression. Let's use language to get our feelings and thoughts and beliefs across. Well, that's all I can say for the moment. I don't know. I might be wrong. It's just my point of view. It's just the way I feel. You know, all of this going on, it just feels wrong. Like I said, I'm not saying who's right or who's wrong. I have analyzed the data, all of the comments, and all I can say is there are more than two colors here, and neither of those colors is right. There is wrong in all three of them, in all four of them, or how many, however. So I hope things get better. I hope we come together as a community, and I hope we climb that ladder up, not down, and take steps, well thought out steps going forward. I believe in unity. I believe in forgiveness. And I believe we can be better. I believe we can be better than this. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful week. Yeah, I've had a rough weekend. Many things have happened besides what's going on the tubes. And perhaps that's why I am in this way. But that's personal, and that I will keep to myself. But of course, it affects me in one way or another. So, Professor EDC out.